This is me.
Just kidding. This is me.
My name is Amanda, and welcome to my podcast where I will be talking about pop culture, music,
Film, drama, and fan videos. Hello, and welcome back to my channel, Always Popular. I'm Amanda, your host, and let's jump into this week's episode. Why is it that certain people become famous and popular for a few years and then suddenly disappear into oblivion and never get heard from again? Why do certain people in entertainment come and go and others achieve longevity? Or when your favorite pop star grows up and by the time they're in their 30s are forgotten? Well, today, talk about just that. There are many pop artists that last a lifetime, and while others fade away into oblivion. So I would like to talk about one of my favorite female artists, Katy Perry. Katy Perry was one massive pop star for many years. However, I feel as if she faded into oblivion. So let's get down to business. What happened to Katy Perry? Katy Perry is an American singer-songwriter. Her self-titled debut album was released in 2001 as a Christian artist and under the name Katy Hudson. This time in her career, she wasn't a household name or anything. The label she was under supposedly went bankrupt and couldn't promote her album. By the time of her second album, One of the Boys, a lot of things seemed to turn around for her. The album was released on June 17th, 2008. She released the iconic hit singles that she's mainly best known for today, like I Kissed a Girl and Hot and Cold. The songs did really well, and so did the album. She even got nominated for 2 Grammys for this album and sold over 7 million copies worldwide. Her next album, Teenage Dream, skyrocketed her to more mainstream success and was one of the biggest albums of the early 2010s. Still regarded as one of the best pop albums of the past decade, the album had massive success with hit singles like Firework, Teenage Dream, California Girls, E.T., and Last Friday Night. She achieved really big milestones for the album, and the first female pop artist to achieve having 5 #1 hit songs from one album has been named one of the best pop albums of the past decade. Physical sales and streaming, the album had sold over 9 million copies in the US. It was definitely her year. Fast forward to her 4th album, Prism, that was also successful along with huge radio hits like Roar. Dark Horse released her 5th album, Witness. Witness did pretty good, however, it was around this time I felt like some of her hype and success was dying down. Now let's get into the drama. One of the reasons why I believe her career started to go downhill was because of the supposed drama and controversy that she had with Taylor Swift. Normally, when it comes to pop culture, I love to pin 2 female artists against one another. So this is where everything becomes a mess. Supposedly, one of the songs off of the album that Katy had was called Swish Swish, and it was supposedly about Taylor. And it was her response to one of Taylor's songs off of her album that year, which is called Bad Blood, which was also allegedly about Katy. They had some big controversy, but it seemed that's all their fans and the media cared about. Lily overshadowed her talent and her new album. Also, many people were fans of both Katy and Taylor, felt the need to take sides with their favorite pop star. For me personally, I didn't care about it. However, it's like more people were on Taylor's side. Also, Taylor was new to pop music as she completely transitioned over from country music. I feel that because she a newer pop star at the time, I feel that more people were interested in what she had to say rather than a veteran pop star. They had back and forth drama and it hurt Katy's career, and I feel as if she lost a lot of fans. Honestly, from a fan point of view, it seems like since 2009, anyone that has had drama with Taylor always gets pointed the finger at, and it's always the other person's fault. This is just one old example, which was years ago, and that would be Joe Jonas. When they broke up, I remember the Jonas Brothers lost a lot of fans, but Taylor gained more, and people sided with Taylor, broken-hearted girlfriend. It's similar to Katy because once again, people favored Taylor, and Katy isn't not nearly as talked about in the media as Taylor. And for those fans who have a different opinion that say it's Katy's fault, it's not. Equally, Taylor is to blame. If she kept her mouth shut and didn't tell Rolling Stone about it, could have done this in private. Also, both of them shouldn't have said anything online because both of them added fuel to the fire and developed fan wars. People need to understand that if you had the smallest beef with someone, it could still ruin your career. Now moving on to my second reason, which has to do with Capitol Records. Interestingly, Katy Perry has been on Capitol Records since her massive teenage dream. However, in recent years, it seems that the marketing team suck at promoting her music. Katy had massive success with this label in the early 2010s. However, over the years, her music and career have been declining. Everyone knows that if you don't promote a product or music, people won't hear about it. So it seems her marketing team isn't promoting her like they used to. She did so well in the past, or it could be that other people have lost interest in her and her music. However, I think it has a lot to do with her marketing team because I barely even hear about her anymore. Her last album, Smile, was released in August 2020. I didn't even know she even released an album that year. I feel as if her label promoted her more, she wouldn't have had to suffer so much. They are supposed to be helping her, not destroying her image. I didn't hear about any promotion for her at all. No billboards, pictures for her online, or magazines talking about her music. So I feel that her marketing team is failing her now. Lastly, I feel her personal life is more of a priority now than her career. At least on the bright side, at least it doesn't seem like she's overwhelmed or burnt out, unlike other singers. Everybody needs a break once in a while, and I feel like since she got married to Orlando Bloom and is now a parent, I think that changed her life. Normally, around the time most pop stars are in their 30s and going into their 40s, having a more reserved and quiet lifestyle is what they care about most. After living the larger-than-life career, maybe most people want to take a break. So definitely being a mom is like a full-time job. Her daughter is more important than her career. Also, it could be because of being in her 30s and more people tend to get attached to the newest pop star on the scene as well. A lot of fans can come and go, however, KatyCats can stay forever. In addition, most female pop stars, by the time they are in their mid-30s, I feel like people get bored of them and eventually they fade away even more. I feel like Katy is in the same pattern like Rihanna. Also, it could be because of personal reasons instead. For example, Rihanna is doing fashion and makeup as of right now, and she has other interests too, just like Katy. So all in all, it could just be a matter of interest and a different change of pace. So who really knows why Katy isn't doing well in music as well as she used to, even though she will, I think, will be regarded as one of the biggest pop stars to ever live, or as one of the biggest names in music of the 2000s to 2010s. I feel as if she deserves more and should have at least won a few Grammys by now. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens next for Katy. Before I go, what are some of your favorite hits of Katy's?
Thanks for listening and watching, and you'll hear me in the next episode.